Hey guys, welcome back to another pickups video, this time for the month of February of 2014. There were a couple of interesting new releases during this month. So I'm going to show two new releases that I got this month and also a couple of PlayStation 3 games. I also got a Vita game and a Wii and a GameCube game as well, so stay tuned for that. But as usual, I'm going to start with my new releases. And the first one is a long-awaited game by many people for the Nintendo 3DS, and that game is Bravely Default, which is an old school RPG by Square Enix that I've heard nothing but good things about this game, and I'm really excited to play it. I was lucky enough to pick up the collector's edition. I'm sure there's a million unboxings out there, but essentially it came with a set of 8 AR cards, a soundtrack CD right here, and underneath the soundtrack CD we have an art book. So very happy to have this collector's edition. Very elegant, very well presented, and unfortunately, it was sold out immediately. So I'm lucky enough to to have this in my possession now. So very happy to have this. I have not played the game yet because I'm still trying to finish Zelda: A Link Between Worlds for the Nintendo 3DS, and after I'm done with that, I'm going to jump into Bravely Default, which apparently is a very fun RPG, so I'm looking forward into trying that game. The next new release that I got was a gift for Valentine's Day to my girl, and well, essentially it's not my game, it's hers, but I'm gonna play it as well, and that game is Wii Fit U. I have never played any of the Wii Fit games in the past. I think there's 2 of them released for the Nintendo Wii, and this is my first time having this with the balance board, and the new addition here is the Wii Fit meter that you can take for a walk, and it tells you how many calories you have burned. But we played this for a little bit, and it's really interesting. I think if you put in enough dedication, if you do this daily, you can definitely lose a few pounds here and there, because some of the exercises and the games that this game has, they're pretty, they're gonna make you break a sweat, because I tried a few of them, and it really works. They have different exercises for yoga, strength training, balance, and even mini games to keep you entertained. So overall, pretty good package if you ask me. So we're excited to have this, and we're gonna see if the results are if this thing works. So Wii Fit U for the Nintendo Wii U, and that's the gift that I gave. And I also received a video game for Valentine's Day, and that game is the King of Fighters 13, which is this game has been on my wish list for the longest time, and ever since this game came out, my local Toys R Us had the first print run, which is the limited edition that comes with a soundtrack CD. So I requested to have this as a gift, and I'm pretty happy to have this because it comes with a soundtrack, and it's beautifully presented in this folded cardboard thing here, and it comes with a soundtrack from all the way from the very first King of Fighter games from released in 1994 to the present day. The soundtrack of King of Fighters 13, and I really like this game. The sprites for all the characters have been redone in HD. It looks great, and I really like the fact that it appeals to an old school fighting fan like me. I can just jump right into the game and be familiar with the moves and special moves and whatnot. But it also provides an array of new gameplay mechanics for those that take fighting games competitively and in a serious way. So I think this is a good game, a good fighting game that appeals to both old school fighting fans and the new fans. So pretty happy to have this. And now I'm gonna move to some PlayStation 3 releases, and before you guys say anything, yes, I did not pick up Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze for the Wii U, and I know it sounds weird because I love platformers, I love Donkey Kong, but I have not finished the first one yet on the Wii, so I figured why buy the new one? I might as well try and beat the first one, which I think I'm about halfway done, and I got sidetracked. But I'm definitely gonna pick up pick up that game in the near future, but I want to finish the Wii one first. It doesn't make sense for me to purchase a new game just because it's newer. So I'm gonna wait and see if I can finish the Wii one first, and then pick up a Tropical Freeze. But now for the rest of my pickups, I picked Aliens Colonial Marines. After I waited for this game to drop down in price, I wanted to pay below $10, and it finally dropped down in price. And I think we're gonna have some kind of game night with the people from the Another Gaming podcast, which, by the way, I was a guest in their latest episode. I already mentioned that in my Resistance Burning Skies Impressions video, but I'm going to leave a link below if you guys want to check out that episode. So we're going to give this one a shot and see how bad this game really is, because this game got really poor reviews, and it's supposed to be a pretty mediocre first-person shooter, so I guess we'll find out why pretty soon. So Alien Colonial Marines for the PlayStation 3. And speaking of, I guess, guest appearances by me, I made a cameo appearance on the latest Video Game Sellers episode. If you guys, I'm pretty sure most of you guys follow that. It's a huge channel with 20,000 subscribers or something like that. And they're local. They do their business here in my local area on the flea market, and I'm gonna leave a link to that episode if you guys wanna see me. But I picked up 2 games in the flea market from the Video Game Sellers, and the first of which is Resident Evil, the Darkside Chronicles for the Nintendo Wii. And I'm very excited to pick this up because this game completes my Resident Evil collection for the Wii. I now have all the Resident Evil games for the Nintendo Wii, and even though I already own this digitally on the PlayStation 3, it's fun to have the actual physical copy. And this is a pretty fun on rails light gun game that unfortunately is not as good as the first one, but it's good enough if you're a Resident Evil fan. There's a lot of interesting tidbits on the story. So Resident Evil, the Darkside Chronicles for the Nintendo Wii. And the other game I picked up from the Video Game Sellers is The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess for the Nintendo GameCube. This is a game that I already own and I have beaten on the Nintendo Wii. In fact, this is the reason why I got a Nintendo Wii on day one. And the GameCube version of the game is kind of hard to come by, so I'm really happy to add this to my collection. I have not played this game yet, but on the GameCube, it's interesting because the game is flipped, so I'm sure if I go back to it, it's gonna take a little bit of time to adjust to everything, because I do remember a lot of the stuff from the Nintendo Wii. After all, this is one of my favorite Zelda games right here, so I'm excited to at one point or another to put this game in and play it, because I want to see how big the difference is when the world is flipped. So The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, I'm really happy to have this because the GameCube version is somewhat uncommon out there. For the PlayStation Vita, I got a really cheap title, MLB The Show 12. I got this for under $5 brand new, and I was due for an update because I think the only other baseball game I have is MLB The Show 07 for the PlayStation 3. So due for an update. I'm not a huge baseball person, but I figured, why the hell not? I'll pick this up. It's under $5, so pretty happy to have it for my Vita. Also for the PlayStation 3, I picked up Sly Cooper, Thieves in Time. Best Buy had a some kind of sale, and this game was available for pretty cheap. And this is a game that I really wanted to play ever since it came out in 2013, last year. And the cool thing about this is that it comes with a cross-buy feature in which you can, also download this for free on your PlayStation Vita, and it has a cross-save where you can pick up at where you left off in the PlayStation 3 version on the Vita. So a very convenient system, and I'm playing this right now, and I have to say this is a very fun 3D platformer. It follows the classical style of the Sly Cooper games on the PlayStation 2, in which it combines 3D platformer with stealth segments, and really funny dialogue and very interesting storylines. So I'm having a lot of fun with Sly Cooper Thieves in Time right now. So highly recommend it if you're into 3D platformers. Very fun game. And speaking of platformers, on that same Best Buy sale, I got Little Big Planet 2, the special edition. This is the last Little Big Planet game that I need to complete my Little Big Planet collection. So I'm looking forward into playing this game. I think from a point of view of creation, this is like the ultimate game to have if you're into creating your own levels, because I think the level editor that this game has is like out of this world. It has like many options for you to create. So I'm looking forward to jump into this, play the single player, see how the level design is, and also download some of the, or play some of the community created levels. So very excited to play this. This is, I played all of the Little Big Planet games. They're pretty fun side-scrolling platformers, so I'm looking forward into finding out how good this game is, or how bad this game is. And last but not least, I picked up Remember Me. I bought this used, and sure enough, right after I bought this game, it got announced that this was going to be one of the free games on PlayStation Plus. But I'm happy to have the physical copy, I guess. And I have not played this game yet, but it's supposed to be one of somewhat of a mixed game. It's supposed to be like this third-person adventure game with a very interesting story set in a futuristic, I think, Paris setting. So I'm looking forward to playing this game. If you're a Plus member, this is available for free as of now, so make sure you downloaded it. Otherwise, I think it's an interesting game to have in my collection. And speaking of PlayStation Plus, as far as my digital purchases or free purchases thanks to PlayStation Plus, I picked up Metro Last Light. I also downloaded Payday 2 and Outlast for the PlayStation 4. It was a very busy and interesting month for us Plus members. I have not played any of them. I just downloaded them and they're sitting there on my PlayStation 3 hard drive. But I'm looking forward to playing Metro Last Light. It's supposed to be a very fun first-person shooter. And also Payday 2 is supposed to be a fun shooter. And then we have Outlast, which is supposed to be a really scary game for the PlayStation 4. So I have not played those games yet, but I'm looking forward to trying them in the near future. So with that being said, that's it for the month of February. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you all later.